Tonight we learned there will be an 11-month delay in the trial of a group of teenagers accused of carjacking and murdering a 73-year-old woman in Mid-City.
And that delay is not sitting well with Linda Frickey's loved ones. Paul Murphy was in court this morning. He's joining us in the studio with more on that and the family's reaction to it all. Paul, I imagine they had a lot to say.
Katie, Devin, this morning Judge Kimya Holmes reset the murder trial for March of next year. And Linda Frickey's sister told us the prospect of this case taking 2 years from the crime to go to trial is just crazy. The horrific murder of 73-year-old Linda Frickey continues to make headlines more than a year after the deadly carjacking in the Mid-City neighborhood. 3 of the 4 teenagers accused in the killing that put a spotlight on juvenile violent crime in New Orleans were set to go to trial on Monday. Wednesday, criminal court judge Kimya Holmes reset the start of the trial to March 18, 2024. Frickey's loved ones gathered on a driveway in Luling, calling the 11-month postponement justice delayed.
It is very disappointing that it's so far away, but in my opinion, we fight for the criminals in New Orleans. We don't fight for the victims.
It's another year away. We was really hoping to have things moving and done with.
Tuesday, the Louisiana Supreme Court ruled the judge abused her discretion when she denied a joint motion for continuance. Defense attorneys argued they needed more time to review recently disclosed forensic evidence in the case. The High Court sent the case back to the District Court to set a new trial date.
The judge has set this trial date in a way that really doesn't seem to accommodate what the parties want, and but instead is insisting on a date that really appears to be almost vindictive.
Orleans District Attorney Jason Williams plans to appeal the new trial date. In a statement, he said, Judge Holmes has once again failed to follow the law in this matter, which states that a criminal case shall be set for trial upon motion of the state. He went on to say, this is unacceptable. The Frickey family has a right to a prompt conclusion of this case. Loyola law professor Dane Cialino says prosecutors have a good chance of winning on appeal.
I would expect that we'll see yet another order from some higher court reversing this docket order.
In the meantime, Frickey's family is praying the teenagers accused of killing their loved one will be held accountable sooner than later.
They didn't stop. They chose this. They kept dragging her. She was screaming, pleading, begging for her life. Yes, we're mad. We are definitely mad. We need this to go to trial. We need this to put to rest.
Prosecutors requested an October 2023 trial date, but the judge told them it took the state 11 months to test the DNA, and I'm going to give the defense 11 months to test it as well.